into.
That's the worst. They usually get like trapped outside of them.
Like I got this one house that I think like I'm pretty sure the people inside there like were undocumented.
Hmm.
'Cause they like didn't even give me how many people were living in the household. Like they didn't even want to speak to me, even though like
Oh.
I knew they were there. Like I knew they were there. I rang the doorbell and I hear like all these these kids running around and they come to the window and they're looking at me and I can hear them like talking about me. They were arguing over whether or not I'm a boy or a girl. And then they like I hear like the mom in the background saying like who is it? And they were like, oh, we don't know. And then tell them I'm not here. It's like, oh, like, geez, like I can, number one, I can hear you, so I know that you're there. So I just stayed there, like hoping that somebody would come to the door and at least just give me a reason why they don't want to talk to me. Because they just weren't responding to me when I tried to talk to them through the window. Eventually, like, this, like, one, like, girl that's, she was probably like 14. She came to the window and she would finally acknowledge my existence, that I was like trying to talk to them, and she said like, I'm not, like I just asked her, if you're that uncomfortable giving me any information, can you at least tell me how many people live here, because that's the most important thing, is getting a population count, and she just told me, I'm not giving you that information, and then she just walked away.
Ah, that sucks, dude.
Yeah.
What do you? Yeah,
They're
so what do you
literally
report
only
if you
harming
can't get any
themselves.
information. What do you report back? Like no.
So yeah, no, I literally just report like they refused, and then what happens is it'll prompt you to go to a proxy to find a proxy, basically just like someone else who can answer on their behalf.
Gotcha.
So usually it's a neighbor. So like what happens is the app will say, can you find a proxy? And then you have to go usually just to the neighbor's house. You put down the neighbor's address, knock on their door, say like, hey, can I ask you some questions about the other address? And then you then record what they say.
Huh.
And hopefully eventually you'll find someone who knows, at the very least, how many people live there.
I see.
So like I found 3 different proxies for that place. 2 of them didn't know anything except for like how many people there were there. They said 6. And then I found 1 person, but they didn't know anything else about like the family. And then I finally found 1 woman who knew a bit more, and she said that there were 5 people there. So that was a bit like confusing, where it's like, oh god, now I don't know who's right, like how many people live there. And she was able to give me a little bit more information, but it's really frustrating because I just like the thing that's annoying about it is it's like I'm gonna get the information anyways. Like you're not like if you refuse, the only thing you're doing is making my job harder. Again, like I'm going to seek out this information. I'm gonna find it.
Yeah.
Like you might as well just give it to me, because someone's eventually gonna get it, whether it's, you know, a landlord or a neighbor or relative or something like that. So it's just like, please just save me the trouble of having to find those people and just give me your information, please.
You're just making this hard for me, not for it. It's not gonna make it any better for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Are people
It's
like
like,
that, like seriously? Feel like, honestly, I'm gonna figure this out one way or another.
I don't know, it feels a bit like creepy to say. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do some like detective work and like stalk your family or whatever. Like, I don't know if that's really the best way to go about it, convincing people. And usually, like, when someone's skeptical, like, the best way to convince them is not to just is to just be like, just give them stuff rather than bringing them into the full interview.
I see. It's just like playing passive rather than going aggressive on it. I
Yeah.
can totally see why that's not a good thing to go aggressive.
Yeah, like I find that usually, like, most people who straight up refuse are still willing to tell me, like, how many people live there, because it's like, that information is so vague and broad, like, there's no, like, what is the government gonna do with that information besides just population count statistics?